Hi everybody, welcome back. Well, my most anticipated movie of the year is coming out very soon, and I will be 3,000 miles away when it opens in the middle of the ocean.
We'll tell you how it is, though.
I'm very frustrated. Maverick, the Top Gun sequel, 100,000 years in the making. We've been waiting for this forever.
What has it been, 35 years?
Yeah. And so we decided, well, you know what? Is Top Gun really as good as we remember? Is it really that good a movie? So we went back and we rewatched it. Okay, this is going to be the shortest video ever. Yes, it is. See ya.
Yeah. It was again epic.
You know, I watch old movies that were epic back in the day, and I can sometimes barely sit through them because they're just,
Yeah.
we've moved on from that.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But this one, I was watching it and I was enthralled.
Yeah.
Right from the opening sequence of the carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
All silhouettes.
And just guys moving slow motion on the carrier and like this with the flag. Dun, 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 dun.
Red
No big jazzy pop music like this going on, and then all of a sudden the jets come on. Like, this is like a minute already into the opening sequence where we're still watching the credits, and then the jets light up, and then the music kicks in with the big beat. Dun, 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 dun.
Kenny Loggins with the guitar. Dun, 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 dun.
Like, it brought back so many memories, and it brought back, and I stopped. I was in my room, and I was watching it on my small screen TV. I immediately got up from my bed, went back downstairs, and put it on my big screen TV. I said, no, I got to watch this on the big screen again.
And then, of course, the beach scene always gives Don the feels. So.
Well, you know.
Playing with the boys.
Well, the thing, you talk about this intro. They do this intro, and then, woof, they're off to the mission. Okay? And, well, it's not really a mission. They're just up there, and a mission happens. And they go through all this stuff. It's intense up there.
Yeah.
And then they come back, and then they finish the intro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we watched a good part of the movie, and then they come back and, oh yeah, this is still the intro, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's all this action. Here's all this intense drama. Great music and you know, fighters and everything. And then we're going to tell you what the movie's all about. You're going to Top Gun. Okay, that. They could have started right there, and it still would have been almost the same movie, but they brought that thing in. And all right, the characters in this meshed.
Oh, yeah, the chemistry was awesome.
Like, you knew Iceman. You don't know their names. You know Iceman. You know Maverick. You know Goose. You knew Hollywood. You recognize them by their call signs, and you cared about them.
Well, the thing I liked about this is they're all there. They're all ready to be number one. They're all alphas.
Yeah.
And they're ready to kick butt because I'm number one, but you know what? You're my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll do everything to protect each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they still have feelings. They're a crew. They can't operate without each other, but they're still there to be number one.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's still that competition, and even Iceman and Maverick. Those two are that. He's the those are the people who are supposed to link up and be the adversaries, right? They're both number one, right?
Yeah.
Well, even when Iceman is saying that you're dangerous, I don't trust you, and all that, he's not saying it because he hates Maverick.
Or that he's a bad guy.
He's worried that his flying will cause somebody else to get injured as part of the team.
Because he's really good because he's so by the book.
Yeah.
He's
Nothing rattles
does
him.
everything perfectly. Maverick is so good because he's a radical and
He
he's a
can go
genius.
outside the line.
He's his instincts.
Yeah. So
Right.
he's like, who's that artist? Jackson Pollock, who throws paint everywhere.
And
Okay,
then
well
makes
that's
it-
Maverick.
Yeah. And it's funny because now in this movie, Tom Cruise is a pilot. And we are cheering him. We want him to win. We want him to beat that guy. We want him to be number one. And when he does something in the movie, Like there goes the boss. I'm going after him. He looks like he's okay. I'm going to leave my wingman and I'm going over here. We know he's making a mistake, but in our minds we're going, go get him! Go get him! And yeah, he makes mistake after mistake after mistake, and he keeps saying, it'll never happen again. And finally, catastrophe happens at one point because of their over anxiousness to win, right? Mm-hmm. They kept on getting closer and closer and closer, and then the jet wash goes through.
And that leads to doubting himself.
And it leads to Goose leaving.
Now, and the thing is, like, if you're talking about who is the most loved character in this movie, it's not Iceman or Maverick.
No.
It's Goose.
It's Goose.
Because when he bit the dust, I actually had watery eyes.
Yeah, and they throw in Meg Ryan and his wife with his kids. I mean, come on.
Even the adversaries loved Goose.
Yeah.
Even if they had this thing with Maverick, they loved Goose.
Yeah.
When Iceman goes up to him afterwards, and he's trying, you can see him holding back the tears.
Yeah. The emotion.
When he's trying to say, everybody loved Goose. We're sorry, Maverick, etc. You could actually, I felt his emotion there. That was such good acting.
Like, yeah, you could almost see the lump in his throat.
Yeah. Like a lot of action movies, if you go back to the day, Independence Day and big movies like that, you didn't get those feels. Yeah. You didn't get that emotion.
Man, actors were good back then.
Yeah, I don't remember any emotion in Independence Day.
No. Other than, is that an iPad that fitted it into the alien?
Yeah.
Because my adapter doesn't work on my Samsung phone.
4,000 people just bit the dust in the White House, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's get married. Okay, good idea. Let's hold a ceremony while they're attacking Earth. That's a good idea. Yeah, another. Okay.
That's another video.
Not everything was perfect about the movie, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
Such as?
Okay, I thought it was interesting how they now had an older woman as the love interest compared to the man. Usually it's the man who's older.
Okay. Yep.
And I really liked Kelly McGillis.
I don't think that was a flaw.
No, I loved Kelly McGillis in this. However, I thought the dialogue between the two for the romance was cringy. Like, not I can't watch this anymore, but you guys could have done so much better with that.
Maybe they didn't have real life chemistry. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Remember, it's 35 years ago writing for romance.
And you know what else I noticed? This was before they were rich, and so they couldn't afford perfect teeth. And they had a lot of close-ups of not very perfect teeth.
Right.
And I'm not used to that.
Well, if that's your only flaw in Top Gun, is that people don't have perfect teeth like us.
The biggest, if I was to point out a flaw with this movie, is after Goose bites it, and then there's that lull where it's just sort of a depression and sadness. That goes on for quite a while. And I understand it has to, one of the main characters just died, but it took a while for them to sort of coax him back, right? And so I would say that would be the biggest flaw for me. Bring it back, get us some energy back a little sooner.
I don't know. I think they did that part right because that's when he got to go to the barbecue at the instructor's house, and he learned about his dad that we've been hinting about all this time, but we never really knew what happened, and so we heard the story.
Yeah.
So I liked that they closed it with, and they made it a natural part of the story. There was no backflash that we had, hey, look at this, here's his father flying, da-da-da. We didn't see any of that. It was natural progression, and then he had that decision. Does he leave? Does he stay? And he decides to stay. Now, the biggest thing is, welcome to the ceremony, everybody. Hey, by the way, get back to the aircraft carrier right now because there's an emergency. What, they don't have pilots on the aircraft carrier right now? They have to bring in the recently passed. Oh, and by the way, the 3 graduates who are the best in the class, they're going to the same ship right now. It doesn't quite work that way in the Navy.
There were so many things that made this movie epic. You had all those cool actors like Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
You had the music. Okay, Berlin's "Take My Breath Away," and then the Danger Zone.
Even the photography. of the jets.
Cinematography was
flying
awesome.
like,
It was right in the middle. It was before the wall had fallen, so the Cold War was still on, and we wanted to see military supremacy on the screen.
Yeah.
But the thing that really seals the deal for me is the older Alpha Dogs. Tom Skerritt, Michael Ironside, the commander of the aircraft carrier. Yeah. You know that these would have been the Alphas back in the day.
Yeah, and they were hardened military elites.
And so I'm thinking, like, there was not much wrong with this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, even given the volleyball scene, this is almost a perfect movie for me.
Great part that I always love seeing, the bar pickup song. You gonna do it? You gonna do it? Yeah, don't do it. Do it. Are you gonna do it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's been done before.
Yeah.
No, not again.
Yeah. What I liked in this is, like, everything seemed like normally when you see a superior go after somebody and that, they're just kind of screaming at them. But here we had that scene where Michael Ironside comes in, they're standing in the shower, Tom Cruise is all depressed because he just got shot down, right, apparently. And he comes in and he goes, that was some of the best flying I've ever seen. Right up till you died. And he made his point. He didn't scream. He didn't yell. And he walked away and you saw again Tom Cruise going, yeah, I messed up again. Right?
Yeah, a flawed hero.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And even there's no yelling and screaming and like you see in the police movies, right? When somebody messes up and the chief is just in their face all the time.
Yeah.
I liked it was calm, cool, and straight to the point.
No,
and they made their point without yelling.
And there were just enough, like there was just enough breaking free from the rules and sort of like the flybys, stuff like that. Like you're not allowed to do them, but he does them and he gets away with them, right? So it's just he
doesn't get away with
them. No. Well, he had been getting away with them, and then he hasn't.
Yeah. Okay, Maverick.
Yes. Okay. So this leads into the movie coming out in a couple weeks, Maverick, where now he's the instructor coming back against the students. Will we have that same feel of, yeah, Maverick, go get him, when he's going against the students now, as opposed to being
I think we're still going to be rooting for him to...
I think there's going to be a different vibe, because I think one of the students is upset at him for the passing of Goose, his father.
Well, yeah, it's in every credit. It's not a spoiler.
Right. And so now there's an antagonism there, like, I hate you because of my father thing, rather than, oh, he's just a hotshot trying to be number one.
Right.
Yeah, that's how they're going to bring the feels into this one.
There's definitely going to be an adversarial relationship there.
Yeah. Now, we've all seen the trailers. The cinematography in this
amazing
looks incredible. Tom Cruise went and learned how to fly fighter jets so he could be these shots, as he does in every movie he does. And we know he likes to be right there. He learned to fly a helicopter for Mission Impossible, and he had 9 cameras on him while he flew through the gorge and did that scene. Meanwhile, we had Superman in a CGI helicopter doing his stuff. Difference between Tom Cruise and Superman.
The one thing I think that could let this movie down is the music.
They are sticking with the original soundtrack and just modifying it slightly. It's not going to be a rap version. It's not going to be a mix. I've heard nothing but good things about the soundtrack as well.
I too was worried about the soundtrack, so I'm sort of glad to hear that.
Half of the success was Great Balls of Fire and Kenny Loggins and Berlin. Half of the movie's success was that.
Danger Zone. Danger Zone. Okay, so you know what? If I saw Top Gun in the theater today, I would still rank it up there as an 8.
Or more.
Personally. Today, 35 years later. You cannot say that about very many movies out there right now. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping Maverick lives up to it, and I think it will.
I'd be like, holy smokes, Tom Cruise looks young. But yeah.
But, yeah, I'm rooting for Maverick, and I loved Top Gun, and I'm glad we rewatched it.
Yeah.
Because, that opening up, oh yeah, I remember this now.
Yeah, you told me to rewatch it so that we could do it before Maverick, and I was saying, really, rewatch that? And like, I'm really super glad I did because it was awesome.
Yeah. All right. So the best movie we've seen in 2022 and is
There's a movie made in
came out 1980 by Tom Cruise. So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on Top Gun? Do you remember it fondly? Was it as good in your mind? Have you rewatched it recently?
I'd recommend you do.
Yeah, and I definitely recommend to watch it before going to see Maverick. I can't believe I'm going to be stuck in a luxury ship in Norway at the buffet and dining and
But I'll tell you where I'd rather be.
in the ship in Norway and see Maverick 3 days later. Well, let us know in the comments down below, and until next time, we'll see you on the channel.